Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Moments with Ursula. How are y'all doing? I hope that you all are doing amazing, as well as your families. Thank you all so much for coming in. I want to thank you for your love and support so far on this new platform that God has guided me to. And I'm so grateful and humble and thankful for your presence, you all, for allowing me into your homes, into your lives, into your spirits. Today, I want to share a little bit of something, you all, and I'm looking at a note that I had put here. And I want to talk a little bit about how many times in life we try to hold on to things because we're okay with that. We are saying, well, I'm going to hold on to this because this is what I know and I'm comfortable. But I want to talk about how we can actually let go without losing ourselves, you all. Letting go without losing ourselves. And when we're letting go of things, that means that we need to think about, what are we trying to release? There are some things in our lives that we need to release without losing ourselves. Oh yes. And so when that happens to many of us, we're not sure what's going on in our lives. We're saying, this is not going the way that I think it should be. You may go in prayer about it, you may talk to God about it, but you still have that stirring in your spirit where you're saying, wait a minute, there's something going on. I know what I need to let go. I don't know how to do it. I don't know when and really what the outcome would be. So I'm going to stay right here because I'm comfortable with it right now. Now, that could be in a case that could be life-threatening or not. So I always tell people, when there's something that's life-threatening in your life, please seek help and let that go. Seek help and let that go. We have to move ourselves away from those type of situations. But when I'm talking about, let's think about the barriers in life. So when we're talking about, losing things in life and letting go and what we need to release at that moment, many times we have to think about that, because things that we're holding on that are not doing us any good or mean us any good is actually holding us to a place where we can't find that peace. The peace is not there. The peace is not there. That's what we're struggling with. That's what's going on, and that's what's happening. So when we're sitting there in this place, in this valley, or standing on that foundation, that means that we know in life what's happening, but sometimes things can become so overwhelming and overbearing to what we really can't even think about what's really going on because of the situation. Because of that situation, it can keep you in bondage. It can keep barriers up in your life, and it can stop you and block you from so many things. It can block you from just having a wonderful life. It can block you from having peace in your life. It can block you from actually receiving the blessings from God in your life. And you may say, well, how is it going to stop me from receiving the blessings of God in my life? Because you may be placing yourself on a foundation, in a room, in the atmosphere, around things that are not good for you. So we get into those places like that, that means that something else, that's not the right spirit to be in. And what happens? The blessings are being cut off because we're sowing seeds of ourselves into places that are not going to bloom anything as a harvest or plentiful or fruitful. It's going to actually, remember they say you sow things, you reap what you sow. So we have to be real careful with that. So we have to think about the platform we're on, the areas that we're in, the conversations that we have, who we're connected to as it relates to the peace, the harvest, what God has for us. Because when we put ourselves out there in this world, beautiful souls, I'm here to tell you, we have to think in our mindset and say it's okay to let go of some things without losing ourselves. See, we feel if we let go of this person, if we let go of this job, if we let go of this addiction, if we let go of these things that are happening, we feel, well, you know what? I don't know what to do with that myself after this. I don't know how to handle it, because you're afraid that you're going to lose yourself, the thought process. The mind can do some things, you all. The mind can play some tricks on us. That's why we must continue and be real careful with that, but continue to make sure we stay in prayer and stay in God's word to make sure that He is covering us from all of that. So when it's time for us to say, you know what, Lord, I throw my hands up, I surrender, He hears you. Don't ever feel that He may not hear you. It may not happen right then. You may say, well, I tried this. I went to God. I went in prayer. I tried this. But I'm here to tell you, You may not see it standing right in front of you, but it's happening, which means that you may not no longer have that taste to go into that environment. You may no longer have that feeling to be around that person. You may no longer want to be standing on the foundation that you're on. You say, I'm going to step away. That's when God is working through you and you're not even aware of it. See, God is amazing. He can do some amazing things in our lives. He works through us with many different things, but guess what? He works coming towards us through other people and situations as well, you all. Remember that. Many people in life have, for instance, I have been a person that has got laid off from a job. Sometimes we don't understand why that happens, but think about this. When that door closes, which we've heard, something else is about to happen. And when I'm looking at it, people are not stepping into another door as it relates to a job. I'm looking at the world, the technology world, what's going on. People are stepping into their own businesses. People are creating their own channels, the content, all of these things. People are booming with things of the gifts that God has downloaded within them. That's what happens when you let go of those things that don't mean you any good without losing yourself. The gifts and talents that God has restored and placed within you, you are able to now see the big picture and say, you know what? It's okay that door was closed. It's okay I lost that job. It's okay my divorce is over. It's okay I'm no longer with this person. It's okay I don't have that friend no more. It's okay about this because God has something better for me at this time. We need to recognize that, beautiful souls. It's all about making sure that we don't lose ourselves in the midst of it all. See, I don't have a problem with saying this. I'm going to stand my truth on this one, okay? We have to stand our truth. We can get in some things and we can mess some things up. Oh, yeah, we can do that. Maybe intentionally, maybe not intentionally. I don't know. We can put our hands and we can step over into something that can make a mess. And then we get to a point, we try to figure out and say, what can I do to get out of this? And we say, Lord, help me. But at the time, you're just asking for help because you're desperate. But what we have to do, we have to go in prayer and seek. Go in prayer and seek God and really get into his word. Get into his word, stay into his word, stay in his presence, allow him to come into your spirit. See, that mind can play on us, you all. Allow him to come into your spirit and your soul, and then the body aspect is going to take over as a whole with what God is trying to do for you. See, we have to do that. I tell people, I say, I don't share anything that I have not encountered in my life. I've tried to be that big girl sometimes and say, I'm going to go ahead and handle this situation. And in the long run, it didn't even work out for me. Or it wasn't for me, or it didn't turn out to be as tasteful as I thought it was going to be because I stepped over. I didn't go to God first. I didn't pray about it, and I didn't let him handle it. I decided to handle it. So we need to make sure when we're in those situations, in those actual places, surroundings of people, wherever we are in life, beautiful soul, let's not feel that we can't step forward to say, I am ready to let go, but I'm not going to lose myself in this. Because I'm going to really pay attention with the mind, body, soul, and the spirit of which I am trying to continue to allow peace to come in and where my healing is taking place. That's what we have to do, beautiful souls. See, those moments that we have with God are so amazing. Sit back, have a moment with him. I tell people, don't go always talking to him or asking, conversate with him, which means that you may do a little bit of talking, but sit and listen. He's talking to you. He's talking to us on a continuous basis. He shows us things on a continuous basis. Regardless of what's going on, he is showing us everything on a continuous basis. But the main thing we have to understand is that, are we stepping into these paths, in these places where we shouldn't be? Are we stepping into these paths and places of what God has allowed us to be in? See, many times, as I said, we can mess some things up. Let go of things, you all, that we know don't mean any good to us. But don't lose yourself in that, beautiful souls. Don't lose yourself, because if you get lost in there, sometimes it's harder for some people to come back. It's harder for some people to come back. Tap into the mindset. Pay attention to what is being actually said within the mindset. Pay attention to what people is downpouring within you. Pay attention to what you're hearing, what you're seeing, what you're listening to. Pay attention to those things, because that goes within the soul and the spirit. And when the body acquires it all, it may not be good. It may be something that's not tasteful or pleasing, and most important, not pleasing to God. So, beautiful souls, just remember that. Remember, no matter where you are in life, if something is not what you feel where you need to be, or something that you feel is not right for you, think about it, go pray about it, and ask God to show you the way to let it go. But don't lose yourself in it, beautiful souls. Don't lose yourself in it. I want you always to take care of those moments that you're in. That is so important, you all. Take care of those moments that you're in, because those are the memories, you all. And those are the memoirs that shapes our lives, that actually becomes a part of our legacy. Remember that. So thank you all so much for coming in today on this video, you all. I want to thank you all for your love and support. This new channel is building. I thank you. I know I'm going to reach souls near and far. That's so important to me, to reach those souls, about supporting, loving, and helping each other understand that the moments in life, it could be a little bit of a moment. Guess what? They can be something that could be great for us, and they could be something that's not great for us. But let's just remember, the memories and the moments that we have are something that are building bigger things for us, building more for us, beautiful souls. So if you have not subscribed, I would love for you to be a part of this family. If you're one of the subscribers that have come in, thank you so much for your love and support. Please click the like, share button. Tell people about this channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you know when I'm coming back with another video, you all. Thank you as always for your love and support. Peace and blessings. Love you all. Talk to y'all soon now. Bye-bye.